Hello, and very happy to see you on my channel. This morning, we give you a piece of breaking news. Money, money. Disgusted. Harry and Meghan's shameless pursuit of money and exposure is sickening. Yesterday, the sources reported Harry and Meghan have canceled a key fundraising event for the Invictus Games after signing a new deal with streaming giant Netflix. The glittering music and comedy show was set to be held in California in June 2021 and broadcast on Amazon, with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex planning to make speeches during the event. The fundraiser, which organizers hoped would raise at least £1 million for the Invictus Games Foundation, would have likely taken place at the Hollywood Bowl. Beyoncé and Ed Sheeran were among the stars earmarked to perform at the event. But officials at the foundation were reportedly stunned after a lawyer for the Sussexes informed them they would not be going ahead with the event last week, shortly before the Netflix deal was announced. I'm shocked and saddened at this turn of events. This is the final nail in his coffin. He has shown time and time again loyalty and respect are traits he no longer has. It revealed that according to a report in the Sunday Times, the lawyer cited a conflict of plans with another streaming service. A source involved in the planning of the event told the publication, "It's very bad form and everyone at Invictus Games is gutted. Harry said yes to doing this last year and everything was still moving forward until a few weeks ago. This was going to be a big moment for Invictus where the pot is pretty empty and it has left them in the lurch. Harry needs to pull his finger out to find another way to raise funds for them." Harry is showing his true colors here, and what's really important to him, and that's money. This means they only do work that is paid for, not charitable or royal work. Do we need any more proof that he thinks less than nothing of his military past? He dumped the Deal Marines Memorial, preferring to toot for a job for his wife at the Disney premiere. Now he lets down the Invictus Games he previously said to care so much about. He is a selfless, money-grubbing fraud, just like the shameful trickster he gave up his life, friends, family, career, and country for. The individual that was once Prince Harry is an embarrassment and shameless carbuncle infected with his wife's despicable greed and selfishness. Happy to let down wounded soldiers and their families in favor of fame and money. Thank goodness he's gotten over the traumatic sound of those shutter clicks since moving to under-the-radar Los Angeles. Do you remember that little boy who walked behind his mother's coffin at her funeral, and that wreath of white roses with the card written in a childish hand saying "Mummy," and we all shed tears over him and took him to our hearts and cared about him ever since. He even said he needed counseling because it had left him with mental health problems. Who would have thought he would have grown up into this weak, money-grubbing charlatan who has exploited the memory of his mother for financial gain? Furthermore, I think throwing the towel in on the Invictus Games fundraiser for wounded soldiers is the last straw in regards to how people feel about Harry. The wounded soldiers will turn their backs on Harry now, and I don't blame them. Harry and Meghan wanted to leave the royal family to find their freedom, but now they are in the cutthroat commercial world, one where he who pays the piper calls the tune. They'll be dancing to Netflix's tune from now on, and it will cost them dear in money and reputation. Indeed, many experts also anger with this revealed. Mr. Andrew Morton, who wrote Diana's biography, said, "Their shameless pursuit of money and exposure is sickening, especially when all the while she claims to be a humanitarian who values her privacy. He and she are planning on doing a program on Diana, so selling his mother out for financial gain. That's all Harry has going for him. Ranting on about his deceased mother, it is shameful what he has done. It's like he really hates the royal family, and he is out for revenge. That awful thing he married. What's money and fame at any cost? Meanwhile, Mr. Phil Damper said, not the Sun, if Harry is now so tied up to Netflix that he cannot even do a charity event on a rival streaming platform, he is no use whatsoever to the Invictus Games as a charity. I think he now needs to decide if he really is suitable patron for them, or they need to politely ask him to step down, because at this moment he is only bringing shame and ridicule on them. Mr. Phil continues, so he doing the Zoom interview the other week about helping with the Invictus Games was a liar, it was bulls, as he knew about the Netflix deal. Another untruth from him, this is becoming the norm for them now. If I was running a charity, they are the two people I would want to be associated with. Apologize for swearing, but these two really make you mad with their promises, and I work in charity and know what it feels like to be let down. But an anonymous expert spoke up. Why is anybody surprised by this? The entire world knows that for her marklessness, it's all about the money. There is nothing in the Invictus fundraiser for her, whereas the Netflix deal could. Repeat, could. Nothing is certain. Bring in untold zillions. For her, it's no-brainer. And Harry, poor ridiculous fool that he is, just does as he's told. Both of them should hang their heads in shame, but will be far too busy counting their future earnings to care either about how this looks or about the injured service personnel that the fundraiser could have helped. He should be totally ashamed of himself. He has sold his soul. I hope every charity, etc., banish these two. They don't deserve their names on anything now, and the charities deserve better. I can only imagine what his army mates are thinking right now. Shame on Harry. A new low for him. Both these greedy, grasping grifters are beyond despicable. Meanwhile, in other news, Meghan Markle asked, "Don't I have a voice?" at an event with Prince William and Kate. Daily Mail columnist Sarah Sands has claimed the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, asked, "Don't I have a voice?" under her breath at an event with the Fab Four, Prince Harry, Prince William, and Kate Middleton. She says the colleague was remembering two couples looking so happy together, which she adds was short-lived. According to Sarah, her source remembers the microphone moving down the line, first to William, then to Kate, then to Prince Harry. The Duchess allegedly muttered, "Don't I have a voice?" under her breath, and it was heard by those close enough to hear. Sarah writes, Meghan's ordeal in Britain was, to her mind, the subjugation of her voice. A colleague who was at the broadcast by the royal family's short-lived Fab Four, how poignant is it to recall the two couples looking so happy together, remembers the microphone moving down the line, William, Kate, Harry, Meghan at the end of the line was disinclined to wait. "Don't I have a voice?" she asked. Referring to Meghan and Harry's Netflix deal, Sarah adds, "At last, she can be heard, loud and clear. It's obvious that she feels delighted to be home again." The pair announced an unprecedented $150 million deal, which will see them producing documentaries and shows for the U.S. streaming giant. But the couple who recently splashed out on a lavish $14 million mansion in California reportedly failed to let Her Majesty know about their plans. A royal source told The Sun that the Queen was left to find out about the couple's new venture from her aides. A source revealed she has been a trouble to the royal family from the beginning. Her age, background, family, twice divorced, etc., should have had to disqualify her from entering the firm. What the Queen and Charles were thinking. Exactly. I couldn't agree more with this source. She's far too brazen and incredibly undignified, being purposely difficult. Her ignorance is unbelievable. Bad move to let the likes of her take a step through the royal gates. As they see, she was more than trouble. Clearly, sick to death of ignorant, selfish pair. He has never even wiped his own behind. Where did he get $14 million from? She didn't have it. She was some divorcee, class celeb. British taxpayers, that's where. And you, what do you think about this news? Please let me know in the comment section and we discuss them together. If you see my video so useful, remember to like and share my video for anyone you think will also love it like you. And don't forget to subscribe to the Sussex Daily News to get more news from Meghan and Harry. Now have a nice day and see you in the next videos. Bye!